Thank you. Good morning to all. Bonjour. I'm Stéphane Quéré, in charge of innovation at ENGIE. The purpose here is to quickly describe how we develop innovation at ENGIE, particularly on co-creation. I'm sure all of you know about ENGIE. Just let me remind you who we are. It's a big utility group. It's 150,000 people working in 70 countries around the world, and we're active in three main pillars: renewable energy generation through renewables, energy infrastructure, and a lot of services to individuals, services to local authorities, and services to industry. And as it's well written on this slide, yes, the world of utilities and energy is moving a lot towards what we call the 3Ds, a more decentralized, digitalized, and decarbonized world. And we decided not to just watch what was happening, but to be prominent actors. And that's why I would say around three and a half years ago, we decided to launch new initiatives on innovation. We decided to work both on internal innovation and, of course, on cooperation with the external world, particularly with startups, on three main areas. All that's about decentralized energy systems, renewables, storage, digital things around that. Territories and mobility, it's in our DNA to work with local authorities, and we are very strong actors for the local authorities and the territories. And energy efficiency and home comfort. I will go quickly through what we do internally. This is not the topic here, but I want to mention it because we cannot work with startups, we cannot work with different companies if the culture is not changing. That's why we launched different types of initiatives to develop the internal culture of innovation. For example, we have innovation trophies that's about innovation that was developed continuously during I would say, the day-to-day business. And last year we had 3,000 people applying for our innovation trophies within ENGIE. So things are moving. We also launched a process that allows any employee from ENGIE to propose new ideas for new businesses, new activities. It's open to anyone. We've got 17,000 people active on this platform. And I would say the most important thing is that this leads to actual business development, meaning we actually developed 25 new products, new activities. And what we decided to do is not to have an incubator. We don't have an incubator at ENGIE, except in some places where the ecosystems allows it, I would say, because it was needed. But most of the time, we don't have an incubator. We used the existing incubators. There are a lot of places where there is a lot of activity, and we thought we didn't need to do that. And when we have an employee wanted to develop a new business, we put him 100% of his time in a local incubator, external incubator. That's part of the co-creation also, putting our employees outside, working differently to accelerate the development of new businesses. And just to give you an example, some examples, we have as different new businesses as local rural electrification in Africa. We have a team working in Tanzania. We have services for industry. We have also platforms for elderly people, for social housing. You see very, very different things that are developed. But let's get back to the main point. It's about the startups and the open innovation, as everybody says now. We think that the main point is to be in contact with the ecosystems. We are a very local business, in fact. We don't produce equipment in a factory. We develop infrastructure and services locally. So for us, it's key, if we want to innovate, to be in contact with the local ecosystems. So that means that everywhere around the world, our colleagues, our operational colleagues, are in contact with the ecosystems and have the opportunity to meet startups. I would say, for us, this is the main thing. Secondly, to go, I would say, a little deeply, we launch what we call for projects, meaning when one of our business units has a very precise actual need. It can be technological need, something we cannot do, like preventing frost on wind farms. It can be added value for our customers, so things we don't do but are asked by our customers, like e-health offers that are needed in order for us to do our actual business. We launch call for projects, meaning we are looking for a solution and we ask the ecosystems if they have a solution for us. We're looking for solutions. We're not looking here for ideas. We're looking for startups with actual solutions that are on the market. And we've launched, I don't know if it's 70 or 75, whatever. We've launched quite a lot of these call for projects. We had more now than 40 deals made. A deal meaning we are a customer for the startups, or we go jointly with the startups to our customer. If you go to our platform, it's called ENGIE Innovation. You will see our call for projects. This was 1 week ago. We have several call for projects online, and we always continuously have call for projects initiated by our business units, because for us the key is the use case and the actual collaboration that can be done in order to solve our issues. So this is in a nutshell what we do in terms of innovation. I forgot, intentionally, I forgot something. We are also an investor. We have a fund that's called ENGIE New Ventures. That's a 115 million fund, but my colleague Arnout will speak about it in a few moments, so that's why I did not go into detail on the fund. Let's just mention that you mentioned Sigfox. We were one of the investors in Sigfox, and we do a lot of things with Sigfox, because investing is not about investing for us, it's about business development. Thank you.